Welcome to Boss Up. Get ready to elevate your game with your dynamic hosts. First up, we have the visionary powerhouse, Dan D. Johnson, who's a failure transformation expert and a financial literacy and business coach with a wealth of knowledge to help you scale and grow. And joining him is the inspiring and charismatic Shada Amour, your corporate expert and life coach, ready to share insights on leveling up your life and relationships. Together, they'll guide you on a journey to unleash your potential and boss up. Now, welcome Shada Amour and Dan D. Johnson.
What I keep telling you, let it linger. Let the music linger for a little bit. That's all. It's good. I was watching the game anyway. It's all good.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
What's going on? What's happening?
Nothing. It's Tuesday. It feels like Thursday though to me, for real. It feels like the week is dragging right now, and it's only Tuesday. But I am excited to be here tonight.
How does it feel like Thursday and it's Tuesday and it feel like the week is dragging, but it feels like Thursday? Wouldn't it mean if it felt like Thursday, wouldn't it mean that it seemed like the week is going so fast because it feels like Thursday, but it's only Tuesday?
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. This is the foolishness. This is the foolishness.
I was just trying to get some understanding. All I need from you is understanding.
No, okay, that was not your gifted. What's up, everybody? We are so excited to have a guest tonight. The last couple of times we've been talking about something that's coming up next week. What is coming up, Dan?
It's that Boss Up Marathon. That's right. She gonna try to wear y'all out because every day of the week, I ain't gonna be here every day of the week. I gotta take a nap. But every day of the week, we got somebody that's coming on live. I'm talking about an expert in the field of helping you boss up. Like no joke. Expert in the what? In the field of helping you do what? Boss up. And I am super pumped about all of those people that's coming. Who coming?
We have so many people. We have a credit specialist that's going to help us get our money in order and help us figure out how to get funding for our businesses. We have a marketing specialist that's going to make sure our brand is right. You know how I like to get my face done sometime and all of that. And make
No. She gets her face done. Sometime. I think she got a little Friday set. I'm going to act like I'm 12 day. Because she go on Fridays and she be in there. They be doing all this makeup to her face. And then, she just got done because she spent 20 hours posting. Stevie like, hey, y'all. I don't really have nothing to say.
You know what? I get. Anyway, we have somebody who helps us figure out our brand, what's important, how do we make sure we're reaching our customer, and deal with Dan's foolishness. Who else are we gonna have, Dan?
Listen, we're gonna have somebody that's gonna help you. Listen, I got a good friend. Really, they're coming on board and they're gonna help you deal with some money stuff. That's what they're gonna help you deal with. They're gonna help you deal with investing your money so that you could live life the way you want to live without the consideration of cost. And you won't be 76 years old working at McDonald's in a custodian place because you didn't save enough to retire. Where I got it from because my granddaddy was older and he was still working at an old age after retirement, doing custodial work at McDonald's. And I thought that was the way to go until I learned another way. And I'm just saying, I was just talking to somebody more where a young man on a basketball team, they was all talking about getting to know each other. And this young man said, and they had to say, give us one thing that we don't know about you. This 11-year-old kid said, Well, one thing you may not know about me is I'm rich. So everybody's like you saw what you just did? They're like, what you talking about, Willis? You know, he was like, I'm rich, like for real, I'm rich. And come to find out, he is heavily invested in stock. And as of right now, at 11 years old, this kid is rich. So one of the coaches of the team actually is an investor in the stock. So they comparing stock. They're comparing portfolios. And he was like, yeah, the kid is rich at 11 years old. I'm just saying. And we want to teach you,
That's
no matter,
crazy. Yeah.
no matter how old you are, we want to teach you how to get to a place where you can look somebody eyeball to eyeball and say, yeah, by the way, hey, I'm rich. And mean it and it doesn't phase you. It's just like that. And that's what he's coming to do. Then we got an accountant, because once you make some money, you got to know how to keep the money. I'm telling you, and the way you keep the money is you got to get you a good accountant. You got to get an accountant that's going to handle the business. And so when you get an accountant that's going to handle the business, they're going to make certain that you don't go to jail. Amen. That's the point. Yeah, they want to make sure you don't go to jail. Give Caesar to whom Caesar is due, and whatever Caesar's not due, keep it and give it back to you. And so we're going to have an accountant that's on. We got the credit person that's on. We got Mr. Moore in the flesh that's on. And so I'm creating.
You'll be on. You're going to be talking about business.
No,
Like,
I found the AI thing that does an avatar of yourself. And so we're going to try that new AI, and he's going to be on representing me. And I'm going to see how that works out.
we're not going to do that. Okay. So, but tonight, we have a special guest.
I'm
So we
talking
can
about
call it that
special,
next week.
special.
Special, a
Special.
really special guest. I'm so excited to have her on tonight. She has an amazing story. She goes through a lot sometimes, like I do with that man right there, probably more than me, but she is special, and I am so excited to be bringing to the stage Miss Aisha Johnson, who, man, she has an amazing business. It's a Medispa, and I can't wait for her to tell us about it. Like, how did you even get into that?
Hello. Good evening, you all. So, the way that I started getting into the med spa business was I found that there was a need. I kind of missed the whole COVID boat, but I started a little bit afterwards, but with body contouring. So, I started with body contouring. I had gone to this place and received bad treatment, and I was like, I could do this and get much better results. And so that's what it was derived from. And so I opened up the business. I had developed Ray of Hope Health and Wellness Services, the name, actually in like 2003. And so I had been brewing and, trying to get it started. And then Dan was like, you should go ahead and start it. And so we started it. But my first service was body contouring and detox. So we were doing both the combination, and then I branched off into medical weight loss and different things like that.
That's so cool. And man, there's some videos about people and their results, and if you are ready to lose some weight and take care of your inside and also heal from your inside out, like that's what I love about you. You also just talk about our spiritual healing and all of that so much. And like, that's really unique. That's really unique.
Yeah.
So how do we get in contact? If I'm like, hey, I need to get my body together. I need to get this together so I can have my summer body and be ready to be out there in the shot or where,
Yes.
how do they get in contact with you?
Well, it's definitely warmer where you are, but so they can find me on all social media platforms, TikTok of Ray of Hope 1, and on Instagram, Medical Weight Loss Expert PA. And then Ray of Hope Health and Wellness Services on Facebook, and then my name, Aisha IL.
Hey, cool beans. Let's go. So, how long have you been in business? Like, how long has this been?
So as my profession, I am a licensed physician associate. I've been practicing medicine for about 22, 23 years, and always practicing family medicine as well as internal medicine. And so I found that a lot of times, as practitioners, physicians, physician assistants, PAs, nurse practitioners, that they are treating the symptom. So you're treating the symptom and you're giving a medication to treat the symptom. And sometimes when you take one medication, you have to offset that with another medication for the symptoms that you're having from that medication. So the way I practice has always been a holistic approach. And I became a holistic practitioner and a wellness coach so that I could be able to help and treat people get to the root of the cause. And also to be able to find out like the etiology, like what's going on, what's caused this symptom, what's caused these problems. So I also do perform physical exams in the office as well as sports physicals. So I really just want to be able to treat the entire mind, body, and spirit, making sure that I'm treating the entire patient in its entirety. See, my shirt says hope because I'm always trying to offer hope to the hopeless. You know, there are people that have been at their wits' end. I have patients that have come in and they haven't been able to lose weight anywhere else. And then they come to me and we're able to crack the code because you find out that it's something mental going on. Sometimes people have mental blocks. Sometimes people have things spiritually that are going on that they can't break through to be able to get their weight loss journey started. So it's not, they can be taking the pill, they could be taking the injection and still not able to lose that weight because there's something internally going on, whether it's mentally, spiritually, or just a soul issue.
I love that too. I mean, because one, you don't get that very often. That one, you have the degrees, you have the medical knowledge, you have that background. And then you also are not just about take this medication, whatever. It's
Right.
like, how do you take care of yourself spiritually? How do you take care of yourself naturally? And I just think that's so important. That is amazing. So,
Thank you.
you
I have
are
on my pink
into
eyeshadow like you.
Hey, damn, we talking that stuff. Anyway, so tell us about your biggest problem. What is the thing you want to work on this year? So we can get Dan out the game and help us out on how you will solve that
Go
problem.
Timberwolves, go Timberwolves. Okay.
Yes, okay.
So my biggest problem, my biggest challenge, I would say is I have a financial goal for a monthly that I would like to see. I would like to see a consistent volume of patients or clients. So I've tried some advertising. I had an advertising agency, marketing strategist that I was working with for about a year and a half. And they would bring me some leads, but to be able to get on a consistent basis, higher tier population, and to be able to consistently meet my metrics and meet my goal of my monthly. And I have not reached that point. I know that I have low visibility, so that's one thing that people don't really know that I'm there. It's like a hidden gem. People don't know.
Got it.
You know, the advertising that I do on Facebook myself, but a lot of my referrals come from word of mouth, from people seeing other people's their weight loss success, and from that
Yeah.
they know that I'm a practitioner, so they feel comfortable and safe getting the services from me.
Yeah, that's so good. Okay. So, dang.
Well, listen, Aisha, I got one question. Just one question. Are you ready to boss up?
Ready to boss up? Yes, I am.
All right. Well, let's get to it. Let's get
go.
to it. Well, listen, there's a couple of things that you have that is going well for you. And it's something that Mr. Moore has highlighted. And that is number one, you've been doing this, helping deal with folks' bodies and their health for the past 23 years.
Mm-hmm.
So you are a medical professional. You're not somebody that decided to start a business because the newest trend was taking wood sticks and rolling people's bodies, calling it contouring. You So that's one thing that we got to identify that's going to separate you from the pack. The second thing that you have is that you do have a holistic approach. So number one, you're dealing with, yes, and Moore said it best, you're helping them to heal inside out. Most people are functioning outside in. They're functioning on making the body look good, but they're not really feeling good. They're not doing well. You know what I'm saying? So this holistic approach that you have, I think, is a value add. So you're not just telling, your messaging is not about getting the body or getting the behind that you want for the summer. It's about getting the life that you want to live for the rest of your life. So we got to bring all of those things together. So you got medical, historical context. You got the fact that you're speaking to the soul. You not only you're speaking to the soul of man, but the third thing is you are dealing with not only weight loss management when 70% of everybody is overweight. Now, 70% of everybody is overweight. So guess what? There's no shortage supply of people. The harvest is plentiful, as the scriptures say.
Right.
But the labor are few. 70% of everybody is overweight. And then, there's another percentage of everybody is obese, which is the next level of being overweight. And they've tried all of the stuff. That's why the health and wellness industry that you're in is a $1 trillion industry. They tried all of the stuff. The stuff didn't work. I tried some stuff and the stuff didn't work. I tried your stuff and the stuff worked. Then I stopped trying your stuff and other stuff I tried didn't work. And then I started eating through the stuff that I was trying because it didn't work, because I had to deal with some other stuff that wasn't working. And so your job is helping people get to the stuff that works mentally, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, right? And so you not only have weight loss management, but you also have pain management. So with all of these things, you're helping people look better, feel better, be better. That's that. I want to say that again. Somebody that was listening in the chat should put look better, feel better, be better. That's your goal. Look better, feel better, be better. I don't know if there's one person on the planet that don't want to look better. I don't know if there's one person on the planet that don't want to feel better. And I don't know if there's one person on the planet that don't want to be better. Well, I do know a few people that don't want to be better. That's a few people. So here's how we're going to get it done. One of the challenges that you have is that you've hired a company and they bought you leads. But these leads were cold leads. It wasn't necessarily warm leads. What you found that have worked is word of mouth. And so word of mouth has been working. When people tell somebody about the services that you provide, other people come. So the first thing that I hear as a result of that is we got to get more people that already know you talking about you. And the way you get more people to already know you talking about you is they got to go to the radio station called WIFFM. What's in it for me?
Oh.
WIFM, what's in it for me? Meaning, what is the value of me telling more people about you? How do I benefit? Because unfortunately, we live in a world where people are considered, they care more about themselves than others. So what you do is you establish a referral program. You got to have a consistent referral program that you always are putting in front of your people. So in that referral program is for every one person that you refer, or you're going to receive a certain amount of points. And then after, or for one, and that certain amount of points can have a dollar value to it. So if you refer one person, get $25 off your next service. Why does that? Because that one person, that one customer could generate for you for the year It could generate for you $500, $700, $1,000, depending on the services they get. And your cost for that 500, 700, 1,000, whatever it is $25. Now, for you, for that person, oh, I get to save $25 off of my services, then I'll do that. And then you can have refer 5 and get something, a real big, gift or whatever the case may be. So you have that referral program. The other thing is, you said it yourself. Your one of the issues that you have is low visibility. You have low visibility online when it comes to, from what I can hear, when it comes to how many people are actually seeing your messaging online personally. And you have low visibility where your location is. Now, you do have a physical location. And so now what we got to do is tell people where you are. So there has to be some level of marketing, some level of advertising that's driving people to your business. That's driving people to your business. You have standard office hours, all of those things. People need to know where you are. So we got to figure out, okay, what is some of the things that I can do to get people to come into the door? Some of those things is, number one, go where the people are. You could get you about 5,000 flyers or something like that. And on days off, or not days off, slow days where you don't have appointments booked or whatever the case is, you could have these flyers distributed. You could take, you got kids. You have kids?
Yeah.
Okay, you could take your kids. You could tell them. And do you feed them?
Yes.
Okay, since you feed them, you could say the next time you're going to get dinner is you got to go and pass out all these flyers. You're going to drive down to this neighborhood. You're going to pass out all these flyers to these businesses, and then you're going to eat. And if you don't hit 10 businesses or 20 businesses, you don't eat. And nobody going to believe you don't feed them, and if they call the police, because they already big and they already look full. So that's what you could do. And you get them to be able to go to these respective businesses. So number one, referral program. Number two, you got to get people coming to your location. You've already got the goods. You got the testimonials. You got everything that people, you got something that's going to help people look better, feel better, and be better. But the one thing that they don't know is where to find you.
Right.
And so the second thing is where to find you. The other piece is this. How about, just like you're on our podcast tonight, start identifying other podcasts that you can be on. Start identifying health and wellness groups where it's not about selling a product or anything like that, but it's about the community or the network. And you can identify these groups all on social media and then start just adding content to their pages. You see what I'm saying? Commenting on their stuff, drop in wisdom that you have from the 23 years of experience. And when you do that, what's going to happen is, and you target the pages that got a bunch of people, but not too many people. Why is that? Because if you target the page that got a bunch of people, you'll get lost in all of the other comments. But if you target certain groups that have 1,000 members in that group or whatever the case may be, and you're adding value to the conversation of health and wellness, they will begin to start to follow you. If some of the posts that you do on your own page, start putting it in group pages where they allow posts. Don't make it a sales pitch, make it a tail pitch. What does that mean? You're not selling them, you're telling them. You see what I'm saying? You're telling them about their health. You're telling them about, did you know that having that being morbidly obese can cause these amount of cancers or these amount of diseases in your body? Did you know that when you got a hangover and you didn't drink last night, that it can cause heart issues or whatever the case? Did you know, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
That how undealt with emotional pain can cause chronic pain in your body? If you need help getting healed from both of them, call the Ray of Hope. There's hope. And do your shirt for the hopeless. To that. Bam. See what I'm talking about? And so these are the things that you can do that's going to help you to organically grow. The other piece is you got to partner with some community events and stuff like that that's happening. You got to get your Red Hope banner. You get your Red Hope banner out, put it in that nice car you drive, and go to some of these events and get booth space for $50, whatever the case may be, and put your product. Cause don't you got the product that you get your people cleanse you out, the cleanse you out product? Don't you got that, the colon clear?
Yes, yes.
So you got to put the colon clear product out. There's I don't know the stat, but a lot of people in America can't sleep at night. They got what they call insomnia.
Mm-hmm.
And you got some stuff for that.
Yeah.
And I know that stuff works.
I'm a shipment though, but
I take 2 of them. Ooh-wee. I don't snore, but I take 2 of them and I go to sleep. And so these are the things that you have to offer that people want. You could sell that at your booths. And that again gives you exposure. And then we got to figure out how to get more of your customers, because I know customers tell their testimony for you. How to get more of your customers not only to post on your page, but to post on their own page.
Well,
I think if you could give them an incentive, like to post on their page.
They tell me to tag them, and then they share it to their story. Usually they've been sharing it to their story. Everybody's been okay about sharing. There's only one person that didn't really want to disclose, but everybody else been okay with sharing it.
But they can't just share it with their story, because I learned something from Amore.
It disappears.
It disappears.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't want that. You want it. Put it on your feed. Put the pin there. Pin it for 30 days. How long you've been set all your life? Put the pin there so the people can see the results and how you got it, and you'll get an incentive for being able to do that. And so those are the things that I think will help you to begin to develop a customer base. Now, here a more consistent. Here's another thing just came to my mind. Come up with a wellness check program.
I was thinking like a challenge, like summer body challenge, like get your summer body, because this is a time where we as females are like, it's warm outside. What am I gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, some of them haven't had that question. It's warm outside. They ain't asking what they're gonna do. You just see it all. They just from the side view, from the front.
There are some people who do care about having their summer body, and it could be a little challenge. Like I've seen those different challenges where you sign up, you pay the $20 for the challenge, but then you also like map your results with like coming in, all of that, your measurements, all of those things.
Right.
I also wonder if you partner with, there are a lot of these like smoothie shake places, protein shake places.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if you partner with some of them, like they have steady customers coming in.
That's true. Yeah, they do.
And like, is there a way? I know one that's in Chicago that I know she would be probably willing to talk.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's a good idea. I have my flyers in there. I thought about partnering, so that's good.
Now, let me ask you.
Like how could y'all partner together? Because they have events, they have workout classes. Some of them, they have different things like that, and it's a way to be like, this is the full package, you know?
Right. That's true.
I got another. Here's the thing. So while y'all doing your help me look amazing for the summer challenge, what about really just doing this wellness check? It is a comprehensive program where you are checking people inside out, because you do body scanning, right?
Yes.
And so the bioscan. So tell us about the bioscan.
So the bioscan, it tells you like a precursor. So it's a machine that actually measures your energy, which we know is very important. So it measures your energy to check and see how your cholesterol is, see if you're anemic, to see if you have any problems with your bones, see if you have any problems with your brain, your heart, your arteries.
Oh, wow.
Doing a whole body scan to check to see as a warning. It's almost like when you go to the car place and you get the check engine light, but they put it on the machine to check to see what's going on. So it's similar to that. So
Yeah.
sometimes when you get your blood drawn, it will say everything is normal. But by the time we find something in your blood to interpret it, it's already too late. Already at that point, now we have to start you on diabetic medications because your hemoglobin A1C is already high. Well, this will show you what's on red, yellow, and green, like you're in the warning stages, or you're here in the red stages where now we really need to address it. So sometimes you can take the detox, or you can take a 30-day cleanse where you eat all raw to reset your body and to
So wait a minute. Let me make sure I have a clear, concise understanding of what it is you saying. So this bioscan scans your body from head to the toe,
yes,
and it scans your brain, it scans your heart, it scans your arteries, it scans your lymph nodes, all of the things that's going on in your body.
yes,
And it tells you in advance, warning, you are on your way to trouble.
yes, exactly.
So this is what's happening, everybody. We get a false sense of security because we don't have symptoms, even though the problem has begun. And what typically happens is once we feel the symptom, we go to the doctor. The doctor is testing us for the symptom so that they will know how to react. The bioscan tests us so we'll know how to be proactive instead of reactive.
Right.
Now, if the former president, Joe Biden, would have had a bioscan, he would have caught the fact that he had cancer in his body, possibly. He would have known that there was something that was going on with his prostate. And then he could have went to the doctor and they could have tested it, and they could have caught it at stage 1 instead of the advanced stages that it's in right now.
Yes, and they said he had not had labs since 2014. So it's been a while.
So this is why this is important. Your insurance companies are not going to pay for preventive health.
Right.
You got to, but here's the deal. You're going to pay if you don't have preventive health. You're going to pay with sickness. You're going to pay with loss of wages. You're going to pay paying with co-pays. You're going to pay that 20% that of the medical bills that your bosses won't pay for. Right. Or you could pay a little bit right now. Make an investment in your health today.
Right.
That's why you got to do the wellness check. So what would Coach Dan say? I would say you need to do a wellness check program that's going to help them to be proactive instead of reactive so that they could look better, feel better, and be better. What
maybe you can do
entail, like the bioscan, and what else were you thinking?
Well, see, for me, it's what you said. They'll come in, they'll get on the scale. Now, the last time I got on the scale, they said, get the hell off. And so I just jumped on. I'm telling you, I got on the scale, I looked down, and it was like, get the hell off. I didn't even know scales could talk. It must be an AI scale. It had some that's number one.
Mm-hmm.
But the second thing, so you get on the scale, you kind of assess where they are in their weight. And when you assess where they are in their weight, you could also assess where they are in their waist.
Mm-hmm.
And so you do that. The bioscan actually tells you what proactive program you can put them on.
Mm-hmm.
So when they go through the bioscan, when you go through the overall wellness check, the weight, the blood pressure, all of those things, you can check their sugar levels, all of those things right there from the office.
Mm-hmm.
And then you put them on a bioscan. And based on your assessment, you can now give them what their proactive wellness plan is. That's what we're going to call it. We're going to call it the PWP, Proactive Wellness Plan. That's what we're going to do. We're going to give them a what? A proactive wellness plan. We want you to be proactive in your wellness, and here is
the Pretty in the Summer wellness plan. Like, I want to be pretty. Let's go.
Y'all see, that's all she do on Fridays. I'm glad her husband got a good paying job.
In the city this summer. Let's go.
So that's what I would say. She got high hopes. Every time I see Hope, I gotta sing. I'm saying I've been doing that since Hope was about in a womb. When I knew her name was gonna be Hope, I'll be like, she got high hopes. See, it's all about hopes. All about hope. So I got one question for you, Miss Aisha. One question. Do you feel that you've been bossed up?
Yes, I've been bossed up.
That's what I'm talking about. Boss up. I told you, girl, this way you're supposed to play the music. What are you doing?
You've been talking about that music for a while now.
For the whole show.
You won't catch my vision. You got to catch it and run.
Yes.
When I say so, do you feel bossed up? You bossed up. You got to have some music. Yay! Bossed up. This production, come on.
I'm going to have to get you some music so you can have this boss up moment. I have failed. I will be better next week, okay? I will be on it.
For the marathon.
Next week. Let's go.
Well, thank you all both so much. I have definitely been bossed up. I have homework to get working on to get this proactive.
And can you say one more time for all of us who want to be pretty in the city this summer? How do we contact you?
You can contact me on all social media, on IG, on Medical Weight Loss Expert PA, and then on TikTok. A lot of stuff on TikTok. Ray of Hope 01, Ray of Hope 1, and then Aisha Johnson or Ray of Hope Health and Wellness Services on Facebook.
Ray of Hope. I'm trying to put it in here. I'm going to make sure I put it in here so that it's perfect.
Yeah, I'll go in and tag it once we're on.
Thanks for being here. It's so interesting that both of you guys' last name is Johnson. I'm not sure what that means, but you know.
I made her. There it is. I made her. I paid for her.
You made her. Okay.
There it is. She's been bought with a price.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
I got the pink too. Tell Hope I got a sweater for her.
Yes, I'll tell her. Let's go, Hope.
All right.
Well, that was great.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. I had no idea what she was going to say her concerns was, her big problem was, because, you know, I don't like to know. I like to make it organic. And so there's another one. I can't wait to hear the testimony. You know what we got to start doing? We got to start, after our marathon, I want you to line up some of these people that we've helped, and we need to bring them back and do
so they can
what do you call it? What do you call it when you bring them back to do it? Not a recap, but a checkup, or we want to do a boss check. We want to check up on them, see how they doing.
All right, let's do a boss check.
Let's do a boss check.
Right.
Got to check on the bosses.
All right. So next week, join us. Hang out with us during your lunch, all of that. We're going to have some amazing people who are going to help all of us boss up. That is what that's about next week. It is about all of us bossing up and really growing with experts that can help us in our business and in our personal lives to boss up.
All right. Until next time. Boss up.
Were you about to?
Boss up.
And that wraps up another empowering episode of Boss Up. Join Dan D. Johnson and Shauna Moore on the next episode of Boss Up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow Dan and Shauna on all social media platforms for more insights and inspiration. to boss up your life. Until next time, remember to keep shining, keep grinding, and always boss up.